We have another first date Reddit story here. He says, am I wrong for ignoring someone that ghosted me after a date and then tried to talk to me again? It's never good when a girl ghosts you, especially if you've put in the effort to go on a date with her. But, if she's not feeling it with you, the best thing she can do is just say, hey, had a great time, but I don't think we're compatible. And that's completely fine. But to ghost someone, it just feels super inhumane. I've never ghosted before. I know a lot of good people have ghosted before, so maybe it's just a modern dating thing, but try and avoid it as much as possible. A friend of mine set me up on a date with a co-worker of his. Already that's a bad sign because you should be setting up these dates. You should be having the balls as a man to find someone you like and ask her out. You shouldn't be waiting for your friend to like hook you up with someone. It's not a good basis to start with, and she's going to judge you from that. My girlfriend and I had broken up a few months earlier, and she had been divorced for about 2 years. So maybe this guy's not quite in the right dating mindset because it's so fresh, his recent breakup. Maybe he's not completely over the girlfriend yet or his ex. So you need to be aware of that as well because he's going to give us some bad vibes if he's still thinking about his previous girlfriend and he's coming across as a bit needy just to get over her. I met her and she was very pretty. That's a good start. And we had a lot in common. She's a nurse and I'm also work within the nursing field. We were also single parents. Yeah, I hear this bad stereotype about female nurses. Apparently, they're up there with other occupations like policemen who are possible red flags. I wouldn't want to just judge someone off their occupation, but if there's a stereotype, usually that means there's some truth to it. So maybe just be slightly wary of that. But I've met some nurses and they're wonderful people and are great for long-term relationships. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. We went out and we decided nothing too fancy, and we're just gonna do the standard dinner, movie, and something else afterward, like a walk or play pool. In brackets, we both love to play pool. So he says nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Then he plans like 3 dates, one a full course dinner, then a movie, and then something afterwards. That is way too much for a first date. You should never do a dinner date for a first date. You shouldn't do a dinner date for a second date. You want to get to know the person. You want to keep it short, just in case you two don't click. Because imagine if you don't click and you're sitting there for 3 courses. It's not going to be a comfortable experience for either of you. And yes, you are the guy. You are expected to pay. So she's going to be expecting you to pay for a 3 course meal, then the movies, then something after the movies like drinks. You're spending over £100 already on a first date with a girl you've only just met. But yeah, dinner's way too much. Movies a terrible date idea because you can't talk. So that's what, like 2-3 hours of you just sitting there in silence next to each other. Movie dates are terrible. Movies are fine if she's your girlfriend, but if you're still in the dating phase, never go to the movies. But yeah, a nice little walk or playing pool at a bar, that's perfect for a first date. But to do all three, that's not a good way to go about it. All in all, I think it was an above average date. We both enjoyed the night and we agreed to go out again. Now, when did that conversation happen? Did that conversation happen on the first date? Because ideally, you want to leave it after the date, maybe allow 2 or 3 days to pass and then reach out and ask her for a second date. But if on the first day you're already saying, "Oh yeah, let's see each other again. I'm having such a good time," it comes across as a bit needy. If she brought it up, then great, you can plan a second date. But you do want to add a bit of mystery. You want to think, "Oh, does this guy like me? Does he not?" But from what I'm reading here, he's probably splurged out all his feelings to her on the first date and said how pretty she looks and how he's having such a good time. Let's meet up again. All the mystery's gone by that point. For a week, we kept in contact, and at her request, I would bring her protein shake to work on days I wasn't on duty. So already she's making rules for him, telling him what to do, and he's like a little puppy dog, bringing her everything that she wants. So already it sounds like she's got him wrapped around her finger, which is not a good sign. Yeah, it's okay to do it once in a while, especially if you're in a relationship, but you've only just known this girl, and she's already like calling you to her work to bring you stuff or bring her stuff. I'm guessing you're paying for these protein shakes as well, so he's acting like a bit of a simp here. Also, he's making out that they're talking a lot in between dates, like they're talking for a week. That's not a good idea. You've gone on one date with her. Don't speak to her again until you're on the second date, because you have more stuff to talk about. The excitement and the anticipation will build for the second date. You're just talking to her like a friend, and she's going to have no excitement about seeing you for a second date because you guys have been speaking throughout the whole week together. I can imagine, like, if he's been in a relationship for a long time, he's probably not used to dating, so we'll cut him some slack. Then the next week, there was nothing from her. I called her once and texted 3 times, and all of those texts were short, "How are you?" type texts. So yeah, he's double texting now. He's not getting the response he wants, so he's panicking and he's over texting her now, and she's just getting the ick. And yeah, you can see this coming from a mile away. He's made every single bad mistake in the book. From the day after that, I sent her the last text. I got a dramatic style text from her saying, "Oh my god, leave me alone, and I have a boyfriend now. Erase my number and don't text me again." Wow. Um, so yeah, he's over texted her. He's being a bit weird now because he's constantly texting her, needing her attention. He's not reading the signs, and she said, "Yo, leave me alone, because you're embarrassing yourself, and it's getting super uncomfortable now." What I will say though is she's a walking red flag, because she has not dealt with this well. If she was seeing someone or she wasn't feeling it with this guy, she should have been mature and said, "Hey, I really appreciate the date we had, but I'm just not feeling this. I apologize if I led you on or I've disappointed you." That's the reaction she should have had. But instead, she just keeps this guy on a leash, makes him deliver protein shakes to her, and gets annoyed with him when he's over texting her, when all she had to do is just send this guy a message and say, "Hey, I've got a boyfriend now. I'm sorry. Let's move on." So her communication skills are horrendous, and it's also not good because obviously she was dating another guy behind this guy's back, and obviously it was serious enough to now turn it into a boyfriend. Now, obviously, she's just saying this. This might be an excuse. Maybe there's no boyfriend in the picture, but yeah, her communication sucks, and I say good riddance. This guy's dodged a bullet, but he needs to work on himself a lot, because he can't make these mistakes again, because he's gonna push away some really good women if he carries on the way he's going about this. Of course, I was dumbfounded about this, but what could I do? On a side note, it turns out her new boyfriend is married and just using her as a side woman, and she didn't know. Yeah, this is just an absolute mess, and yeah, she will come crying back to you, come crying back to the nice guy, and you should show her the door, because yeah, this is an absolute mess. She likes to choose her men, let's just say. Months have gone by since that happened. I hope this guy has been dating in between these months and not just yearning over this girl who treated him poorly. The other day when I was working, I was dropping off a patient at a clinic. When I was inside, I was getting that burning feeling you get when someone is staring at you. I looked around and I saw who it was. It was her. We left, and then later we went back to the clinic to transport the patient. Once inside, it was her who opened the door to let us in, and then I heard, "Do you remember me?" And she was pinching my elbow so I could look at her. Okay, so obviously she's now been dumped by the other guy and she needs a backup, and this guy is the backup. I said nope and continued walking. The next thing I felt was the stretcher stopping abruptly. She put her foot in the way of the wheel to stop it. Okay, firstly, respect to this guy for like not giving her the time of day, just walking away, because she treated him poorly, and hopefully he's had these last few months to rethink about how he was treated and what happened, and he grew some balls and said, "Hey, I'm not going to be treated this way. I'm a human being. I deserve to be treated like one and to be treated respectfully." And this woman has no values, so good for him to walk away. Her reaction here is a massive red flag. She's getting physical with him, she's getting aggressive with him, and yeah, she, like I said, a walking red flag with everything he's describing here. Keep in mind, I never once looked directly at her the whole time we were there. I did acknowledge what she did and continued with my patient. When we were about to transfer the patient to the stretcher, I heard her say, "Have you talked?" I cut her off and said, "Nope." Again, out of the corner of my eye, I could see she got mad and walked away. Bro, good for you. Like, you messed up completely at the start. But in some ways, it's good that you messed up because it means that you pushed this girl away without knowing it. Because this girl is not good for you, and it's good to see you've grown some balls here. He says, "Am I wrong for ignoring her like that, or should I have acknowledged her correctly?" No, bro, that's not even the question you should be asking here. You handled that completely fine, never talk to her again, and always remember how she treated you, and always think how you want to be treated by someone. And if that person doesn't meet that criteria, those values, then that girl's not right for you, and you need to move on and find someone who's going to treat you well. Because the red pill will say that all women are bad. They don't say that, but they say most women are bad. I can tell you, when I was out there dating, I found a wonderful girl now who I'm in a long-term relationship with. There's some wonderful women out there. You just do have to, crawl through the shit really, and find that shining diamond. And that girl's out there. You just gotta be patient, be the best version of yourself, and don't take second best. You want to be with someone who lights up your world, and this girl was gonna cause you a lot of headaches. So yeah, good luck to you, bro, and hope you find that girl to blow your socks off. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.
Victory awaits. My fury.
Let me recite their demise.
I am fury. I am death.
Mistra Rill.
Time to strike. No time to waste.
Here we go again. What fools these mortals be.
I'm not going to live much longer. Let my name be known.
One day I'll catch a break.